fans who are still tuning in, this is Quick Set, brought to you by Kick and powered by Smart Reporting, live and no lies still. Your courtside reporter para nga sa ating game number 2 of the 2025 Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Pero ano ba ang ating mga ilo-look forward to na matches pa nga natin for today? Okay, para nga sa ating match number 1, natapos na nga tayo sa Emilio Aguinaldo College versus San Beda University at San Beda nga ang nanalo in 5 sets. Para sa ating match number 2 or game number 2, we also have Far Eastern University versus José Rizal University happening in just a bit, and that will start in a while. At para naman yan sa ating match number 3, we have San Beda College Recoletos versus University of Perpetual Help System Delta, and that is for our last match of the day. Since kakapsimula pa nga lang ng ating Shakey Super League, meron na mga pasurpresa, of course, sa atin si Shakey's. And we also have what we call our SSL meal deals. Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. And it gets even better. Classic and Gold bundles now come with a Shakey Super card for even more perks and discounts. Deal. We are just so thankful for your support of the Shakey Super League teams through the Shakey's Super League meal deals. We are happy to share the status of the team donations as of September 18, 2025. For every purchase of our Shakey Super League meal deal, 50 pesos will be donated to your chosen Shakey Super League participating school. Receipts will go to the school's athletic program and the development of collegiate volleyball. Order for your squad today and continue to support your favorite school. And you can still catch us live na live. Dito nga tayo ngayon sa Phil Oil. Pero you can catch, of course, the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup live on PusoPilipinas.com. Your game, your community. Join now. We're also live on Smart Sports, and I mentioned Puso Pilipinas. You can also watch this on our official Facebook page, Shakey Super League, and on TV at Solar Sports, Channel 70 on Sky Cable, Channel 59 on Cable Link in Metro Manila, and live on Digital Free TV in Mega Manila DDT, Channel 21. Anyway, this is Quick Set presented by Kick and powered by Smart. Download the app now.
Lady Tamara's fresh also from our Shakey to the sidelines. We have Sabrina, Sanjego, and Kayla. Just like what I've mentioned, this is really a tight matchup. Interesting one dahil nga FEU will take on etong JRU.
Definitely FEU, one of the top teams in the UAAP. Meanwhile, JRU still finding their spot there in the NCAA, but I'm sure it's gonna still be an exciting match today as we see how JRU tries to battle things out with FEU.
Really, but now let's dive our conversation with our participating teams kung saan meron tayong 16 teams divided into 4 pools.
As we saw earlier in our first match, EAC versus San Beda taking that one in 5 sets, and you leading that pool as well. Meanwhile, for this game, it's going to be FEU versus JRU here in Pool B.
Really, so right now, it's gonna be a showdown po para dito sa ating Pool B. At kanina nga, center match ang na-witness natin. But, of course, ito naman pag-usapan natin itong tournament format natin.
Yes, Daphne, our tournament format, we have 16 teams divided into 4 pools. Auto-play rule will be implemented as we saw earlier. In the preliminary rounds, teams in each pool will play a single round robin, and the top 2 teams per pool will advance to the next round. Meanwhile, for the playoffs, 8 remaining teams will be grouped into 2 pools, and they'll be having another round robin there. And from there, we'll be able to figure out who will be getting that twice to beat advantage as we move on to the next round.
Again, this is just our day number 1 and game number 2 for our triple header Saturday. JRU Lady Bombers will go up against FEU Lady Tamaraos in just a while.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Presenting our officials for this match, first referee Ivan Escamillas. Second referee Larry Escorial. Action continues here inside the Playtime Phil Oil Center. This is the Shakey Super League 2025 Preseason Unity Cup. It's match number 2 between the Far Eastern University Lady Tamaraos versus the José Rizal University Lady Bombers. All players, the Lady Bombers swing their way to center court for the photo.
Side of JRU Lady Bombers. Last season, they failed to reach the quarterfinals. Hopefully, they'll be able to snatch a win this season. At syempre, last NCAA season 100. Not the best for this team, but something that they want to prove on heading in today's game as well. But their protagonists, of course, it's going to be a difficult one. Like that, FEU Lady Tamaraos, itong team na to, paangat din ang nagiging performance sila. Of course, with under. So last preseason championship in 2024, they lost to NU in the semifinals, but they were able to defeat USD in that bronze medal match. UAP season 87 naman, they finished 4th. Kaya naman nagkaroon sila ng 9-5 record and lost to number 1, the NU Lady Bulldogs, of course, our back-to-back champions in the UAAP. And invitationals naman. Siyempre, dun sila nanalo dun sa ating Luzon leg, kung saan nanalo sila in Batangas City and never dropped a set. And this team is coached by Coach Tina Sala for FEU Lady Tamaraos. Coach Ria Seco naman, on the other hand, for the JRU Lady Bombers, now time to meet our starting 6 for both of these squads.
Now let us meet the starters for both teams. First, for the Far Eastern University Lady Tamaraos. Let's start with our opposite hitter, number 1, Vaida Macanque. Center, their team captain, number 5, Tito Paldo. Milwaukee, number 10, Chris Loresco. Outside hitter, number 13, Eliza Debusora. Outside hitter, number 15, Chris Petalio. Milwaukee, number 21, Jazz Elinarina. Starting libero at number 14, Gabriel Superlico. Head coach of the Lady Tamaraos, Tina Sala. Calling on the starters of those José Rizal University Lady Bombers. Let's start with our opposite hitter, number 8, Nicole Triala. Outside hitter, number 10, Nina Ramos. Another outside hitter, number 12, Lion Layonco. Center, number 15, Kayla Navarra. Mailbagger, number 16, Ring Batara. Another mailbagger, their team captain, at number 17, Pat Del Pilar. Starting libero at number 5, Yan Anonia. Head coach of the Lady Bombers, Mia Chiseco.
Turning 6 for both of these teams on the side of the Lady Tamaraos. The main playmaker, Sino Baldo, will initiate or orchestrate the offense on their end, manned by the floor defense of Suplico, Bacante, Devosora, Petonio, and Yarina Endonesco. Sa kabilang panik naman for the Lady Bombers, we have Navarra, Del Pilar, Batara, Ramas, Yonko, Diala, and syempre Alona, ang kanilang main libero. And it's gonna be the first showdown for an NCAA and UAAP showdown. JRU Lady Bombers to go up against FEU Lady Tamaraws has been consistent, rising above, not just in the UAAP, but all of their preseason tournaments so far.
It's also going to be exciting to see Clarice Loresco back from her international stint with Alas Pilipinas in this game here.
This set is brought to you by Shakey's from era to era to era. The fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Kakangke with an early dig para dito sa side ng Lady Bombers. Underhand setup. That would work para dito kay Devosora. Natalio also trying to activate her floor defense at the back. The first setup. Good setup coming from Kyla Navarra. And an early error here for the Lady Tamaraws.
The tackles out for Clarice Loresco. Too much angle on that hit on her first attempt. Meanwhile, on the side of JRU, Coach Mia Joseco has been with JRU for quite some time now.
Yup. Knowing that they need a trust coming from the coaching staff at first. As we see that great activation for Kyla to choose etong si Crane Batara. So far, Geo Lady Bombers with a strong start, 2 straight points on their end. While on some sets, choosing Bakake. The cross court will work para dito kay Ina Ramos. But Eliza de Basora with their first bucket.
Eliza de Basora getting a point from that down the line hit. First point on the board here for the Lady Tamaraws. Tall lineup as well for them. You have Loresco and Bacanque up front, safeguarding that net.
So far, they know who to target in terms of their offense para dito sa side ng JRU Lady Bombers.
Now for JRU, if you're the FEU squad, you really want to watch for their team captain, Patricia Anda Pilar, middle blocker, and one of the veterans or seniors here for JRU, although committing an error on the service deck.
Also, a lot of players here on the side of the Lady Bombers or para dito sa JRU will head on sa ating professional rankings. Kaya mga bagong mukha din nakikita natin para sa kanila. Tavara chasing for that one on that second ball. Chance naman para sa Lady Tamaraws.
Okay. Bacanque with an exclamation point early on in this first set. Great setup job. In a back set by Tin Obaldo.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
JRU late to block that one. And if you're the JRU blockers, you really do not want to leave Faida Bacanque without any blockers.
Although in that attempt to go for that drop, that will unfortunately be sent straight to the net. You know, just going up against the UAAP team para dito sa side ng JRU Bombers, they know that this is a different kind of pressure on their end, but the way they want to start things is really an epitome of how they want to put up a good fight in today's game. Siyempre, for all teams during preseason tournaments, dito nila na-witness or dito sila nakakapag-observe about some areas to improve on.
As you mentioned, Daphne, earlier, FEU losing key players in the likes of Jeannie Tagaod and Jean Assists. Although in the Invitational Cup, they still proved that they're a force to be reckoned with as they won the Luzon leg of our Shakey Super League National Invitationals in Batangas. Of course, Faida Bacangke leading the squad, along with Clarice Loresco, Mitzi Panangin, Elarina, and Jers Betalios. So still a lot of key players here for the girls in green and yellow.
I just really observing some of their players also not suited in today's game. Talking about dito sa side ng FEU Lady Tamaraws because that's how deep their bench is. Dami pa nilang players dito just really supporting itong team. Long rally here in our opening set.
Deyala with a point from the opposite. FEU floor defense not intact on that last sequence. Good hit coming from Deyala.
2-point lead. Sinusubukan ingatan dito na FEU Lady Tamaraws but a point earlier on the side of JRU. On-hand setup, sending the ball over rather. Baldo goes to Eliarina.
Powerful hit coming from Jazz Eliarina. Soaring over that block. Great set as well by Ubaldo. Clean attack there. Coming from Eliarina.
Just Eliarina really found her footing as a middle blocker. Initially played for the Lady Bulldogs as an opposite spiker, although not the best net defense. Yan naman, easy point yan for Kring Batara.
Great set there coming from JRU, but an even better finish coming from Gail Batara. If you're JRU, so far, what a good start from them, especially when you're going up against a team like FEU.
Pavara. Great drop. Para dito kay Nicole Diala. She knew that Eliarina was all around.
Good choice coming from Diala with that power tip and falling on the hands of Eliarina as she was coming down from that block.
Over receive with a gift for the Lady Bombers.
Great start here for the JRU Lady Bombers. All tied up at 7. And really challenging the reception of FEU.
Then choosing Jazz, denied.
Block point here for JRU. Safeguarding that net and making sure that attack by Eliarina does not go over.
And this block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now at timeout dito sa ating set number 1.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
This is presented by Puso.com and join now for free. And but this player, Faida Bacangke, opposite Spike, syempre winner yan in the recent 2025 SL National Invitationals. She has been appearing, and actually her first appearance for FEU Lady Tamaraws happened here in the Shakey Super League Preseason Championship. That was 2 years ago. Now, Faida Bacangke, part of the starting 6 na nga para dito kay Coach Tina Sala.
Already a number of achievements here that Fido Bacante has. Several championships and podium finishes in the UAAP, in the SSL preseason championships rather.
And I think, kaya nagkaroon na rin talaga sila ng connection between Obaldo and Bacante with a lot of preseason tournaments that they have been joining.
And we've been seeing a lot of improvements as well for FEU through the years, especially in the UAAP, even finishing in the final four or top four of the league.
Balo reverses, choosing Eliarina. It uses the fingertips of the blockers here for JRU.
Great hit here coming from Eliarina. From the middle, utilizing those hands.
They're deadlock at 9 here in the opening set. Again, this is most probably, usually ito yung parang nagiging starting 6-2 for Coach Tina Sala. Talo, that first ball. Baldo to Devonsora with a sharp angle.
And those are the powerful hits that Eliza Devonsora is known for and that we've been seeing in our previous seasons here.
And with this 1-point lead on the side of the Lady Tamaraos. First half, story on the side. Sabrina, what do you have for us?
Yes, Daphne and Kayla. Well, earlier, I was able to talk to Coach Tina of FEU Lady Tamaraw. Sabi naman niya sa akin, wala naman talagang masyadong nabago sa lineup. Kung hindi, she added 2 rookies and some of them are also coming from their high school program. Well, she also mentioned that even though na she's also seeing some of her notable players, she also talked about Cerise Loresco. Sabi niya sa akin na after her Alas Pilipinas din, medyo nagsastruggle daw siya to go back to her original position at ito nga ang pagiging middle blocker. That's why Coach Tina is just so happy right now that Shakey is back and para rin naman daw to more reps for her at para rin sa preparation nila sa kanilang upcoming league. That's all for now.
Thank you so much, Taf, for that report. Right now, 2-point lead ang nalagaan dito ng Lady Tamara running attack. Easily picked up with that back row D para sa Lady Bombers.
Great sword defense being shown here by JRU, but then Ovaldo putting that one away. Overpass here by JRU and great net presence by setter Tin Ovaldo.
And a timeout will be called here, 3-point game.
Hingan. Girls, 1 point tayo. 1 good reception, play tayo. Pat, kailangan na. Tulo-tulo lang tayo. Okay? Kayla, tapatan mo. Okay? Sige. Tara, tara, tara.
Inspired by Kick, download the app now.
Great start so far for JRU, and we heard Coach Mia some reminders to her setter and to her players. One perfect pass from the serve coming from Eliarina so that they can be able to convert into an attack.
See how you'll try to answer from that timeout as there was a check ball point will go on the side of the Lady Bombers.
On that, sir. The Lady Bombers.
Toresco, bandayan dito. Italian from behind, overshoots that one.
Missed contact there by Jers Betalio from that back row attack. Not the proper contact on that ball, which results into it going out. 3-point here for the Lady Bombers.
Then choosing Loresco again, this time successful on that running hit. Let's go.
Running attack by Clarice Loresco. Again, earlier, Sab mentioned she's having some trouble transitioning back into her usual position here for FEU, which is a middle blocker. And an attack. Sorry, that's a rotational error on the side of JRU. Free point here for FEU.
So miscommunication happening here the side of the Lady Bombers, but so para dito sa side ng Lady Bombers, they literally had a slow start in that round 1 during the NCAA season 100, but the round 2, it was more awake and they know the areas to improve on. Kaya naman, they also had a coming from behind victory doon sa naging laro nila in that second round against Perpetual. Late season resilience ka, yung nangyari sa kanila. But of course, a lot of players also headed in the professional rankings for their team. 4-point lead para sa Lady Tamara. As you see, is down the line kill courtesy of Ramos.
Clean hit there coming from Ramos, going down the line, avoiding the block of Bacante and Loresco.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Down will be up now.
The smart play, seeing that Bacante and Loresco were guarding that cross-court zone, switching it up and going to zone 1 instead.
Loresco with that swipe, but she did one earlier. She was struggling, but right now, Loresco with 2 points here in set number 1. They're up here by 4 points, courtesy of Loresco, 16-12.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Watching itong ating second game for our triple-header Saturday, FEU Lady Tamaraws against the JRU Lady Bombers. And again, itong FEU Lady Tamaraws, sila nga ang ating Luzon winner for our Batangas City leg. Of course, those rookies, those sophomores, all combined well as they are our Shakey Super League National Invitationals Batangas City leg winner. Siyempre, si Faida Bakake nga naging best player in that leg. As you see, there's a task on the side of the Lady Bombers.
The Lady Bombers faring well so far here in the first set. Team captain Del Pilar taking care of that last sequence.
Loresco with that powerful hit from the middle.
But again, the Clarice Loresco quick to respond every time JRU is able to score a point.
(17-13), a 4-point lead. Para dito sa Lady Tamaraws, Bacante from the right pin. Backup was there for that D. Chance here for the Lady Bombers. And Ramos keeping things alive. Over receive.
Great coverage here on the side of JRU.
And Jers Petalio with a kill.
Petalio breaking down that JRU block, making sure that turns into a point here.
I think Jers Petalio, one of her strengths really is that floor defense. Kaya parang nagiging dalawa yung libero dito for FEU o kung pinsan kahit walang libero, parang meron pag andyan itong si Jers Petalio.
Alonia, one of the veterans as well here for JRU. We've seen her as well in the previous seasons of our Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup.
So although that service Well, unfortunately, sail out para dito kay Clalo Resco. But still, this is a 5-point lead. They're trying to bring on here for the Lady Damaraos. Again, not the usual sort you're expecting for this team. But JRU Lady Bombers, it's really shocking itong side ng FEU. They were set up as Bakangke.
Bacante, though, with the response from the opposite side, back set by Tin Ubaldo. And nobody home in the crosscourt zone of the Lady Bombers.
You know how particular Coach Tina Sala is, especially with her setters. Kaya ganun din ang, bagay yung intentional niya na coaching for Tino Baldo. Cheers Petalio, no one was there. It's done itong depensa ng JRU.
Petalio with another hit here, coming from an underpass set.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Quick timeout will be called here.
Defense natin. Kakaintindihan. Kailangan muna natin dumepensa. Hindi tayo makaka-opensa. Okay? Taas natin. Tara, girls. Tara.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Mia emphasizing on the importance of floor defense, specifically in those last three sequences, because without floor defense, your team will be unable to create or convert to an attack.
But earlier, that was present talking about that floor defense for the Lady Bombers. Yung quick sets dito na FU Lady Tamaraos nararamdaman na din nila. 7-point game. Teen tries to connect to Jazz, but she has been read well by the net defense of JRU as Bakangke overshooting that one though.
There's contact there by Bacangke. Well, subs now in for FEU, Miranda, and Pendon in the ball game.
Probably again some quick warm-ups here for Ariel Miranda and for Kyle Pendon for the Lady Tamaraos. Again, this is Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup, so there is an all-to-play rule. Everyone from the rosters should play here. New set of players should play in the second set. At yung mix of kung magkakaroon mo ng substitutions, that will happen in the second technical timeout.
That's going for FEU.
Point here for FEU. After that miss attack, I think she changed her mind midway.
Survey.
With number 19, Bima Tawaran.
Puso was blown by our second referee. There was a positional fault, unfortunately, para sa JRU.
Substitution for FEU referencing now number 24, Ian Fide.
And now the vid will also be inserted in here. They're just 2 points away from snatching itong ating first set, 23-15. What a serve coming from Jers Petalio.
Definitely Daphne Spertalio going for that short ball on the serve. Great target from her. Getting that ace for FEU.
And that serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Set point na. Ito, Lady Tamaraos. Navarra tries to connect dito kay Batara, but there was a double contact violation. And with that, FU Lady Tamaraos will be snatching itong ating set number 1, 25-15.
The Lady Tamaraos.
Jerry Lady Bombers will try to answer back later on. Set number 2 in just a while.
pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school's athletic program and the development of collegiate volleyball. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Set number 1. Well, JRU Lady Bombers trying to stun itong side na FU Lady Tamaraos. Kaya naman ng bandang gitna, agad-agad na sumagot itong Lady Tams.
Well, a great start here as we opened the first set. JRU even leading by 1 point in that first technical timeout for JRU. We saw some bright spots coming from Del Pilar, the team captain, although they committed a lot of errors towards the end of the set, giving away 3 points to FEU. Para sa side naman ng FEU, we saw some contributions coming from Petalio, Loresco, and Bacangken. Of course, Tin Obaldo doing a great job orchestrating that offense. As we see our statistics here, 16-9 in terms of attacks for aces as well. FEU dominating that department rather. And meanwhile, for the errors, JRU giving away 1 more versus FEU's 5 errors.
And now let's see how both of these teams will try to perform here in the second set. FEU Lady Tamaraos up here by a single 1. Now that's Juliana Cervantes for Coach Pia Chuseco. And this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Set number 2, here we go. Pretty chance here for the Lady Tamaras. Trying to go for that down the line kill. That wouldn't work. Another chance here. Miranda reverses. First bucket will belong para dito kay Kyle Pendon.
This time, Pendon with the first point in the second set. Great setup as well coming from Karin Miranda. Also, one of the players we saw coming from the Argiville tournament.
Suplico from behind. Unwanted by Premailon. Chansa para sa JRU. At yung swipe na yan, gagana. For Joey Cervantes.
Cervantes with a point here for the middle. For JRU.
Cervantes. Float serve coming from Jules. Miranda to Aces. That's inside.
Aces targeting that end line or back row of JRU. Nobody there to defend that ball.
Again, para dito sa side ng FU Lady Tamaraos. No more tagaon for the Lady Tams. And then off speed, that's perfectly cooking that one.
Tamara.
That was the Matawaran of JRU with an attack on the left wing. So far, all tied up at 2 points apiece here in the first set. Service ace coming from JRU.
And with that service ace, that would mean 1 point lead for the Lady Bombers, courtesy of Christine Betonio.
If you're JRU, you really want to challenge that reception of FEU. And so far, Betonio doing a great job at that. Service ace in the previous attempt. Although this attack goes out coming from number 1, Lanot.
Zay Lanot trying to target that cross-court kill. It's too much muscle from that hit. With that, we're deadlock at 3. And ngayon, that's Hassels on deck to serve. Anong isip? Goes to the middle. Nakabantay. Itong si Panangin.
Si Managi.
Mitzi Panangin taking care of business in the middle, making her presence felt.
More striker.
1 point lead para dito sa side ng FEU. Lalong isip, adjusting to that one, battle the net. And it's David who'll be earning that point.
That set, a miss set from JRU. And FEU able to capitalize on that opportunity. Care of David.
Yan para dito sa ating match today, no? FEU and JRU part of full B. Ang makakasama din nila dito is the Arellano University as well as the Adamson University.
So 2 each, 2 UAP teams and 2 NCAA teams in this pool specifically. For our next match naman, Pool D naman, which is the San Sebastian College, Recoletos, and Perpetual Help System Delta.
Okay. Tas versus Lady Stags later on as FEU coming up on top here by 4 points. But Coach Tina Salak, despite this, still very competitive, providing some words on the girls on the sidelines.
So second stringers here in our second set as the auto-play rule is in effect. But Mitzi Panangin with another point here. Great setup job by Karil Miranda.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. And they're up here by 5 points, 8-3. As we head on dito sa ating unang technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza.
Back in action here. 5-point lead para sa side ng FEU Lady Tamaraos. Again, this is our Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Second game na po tayo para sa ating 3-game lineup for today. As a point will be contributed here courtesy of Fiona Lapating.
Great hit there as we open up after the first technical timeout.
Zaire Reynolds.
Lanot this time with the serve. JRU finishing 17th place in the last season of the Shakey Super League Preseason Championship. They finished 17th place and did not reach the quarterfinals. But Pendon with a response this time.
So right now, FEU on top here by 5 points. It's 9 and serving 4. Just observing itong ating second stringers lineup for the Lady Tamaraws. You know, karamihan dyan, mga sophomore na. Talking about ditong sila Miranda, sila Pendon, sila David, Premaindon. Backed by the veteran Mitzi Pandangin as David will be scoring a point here.
David with another hit and another point here in the second set. Ariel Miranda this time as the playmaker.
Of course, the younger sister of Ishila ng Isip. Itong center nila for JRU Lady Bombers. About itong si Rash.
Point will be awarded to FEU for touches on the side of the Lady Bombers.
Seven-point lead for the Lady Tamaraws. Lot of players para dito sa side ng JRU Lady Bombers din na nabago. Actually, para most of our NCAA teams, no, just really observing, they've been trying to strengthen their lineup with the new recruits, new players. Meron man silang mga high school programs, they're really trying to absorb these players para tuloy-tuloy yung programa nila.
JRU losing veterans as well, like Maidi Amante and Kyla Hazareno, but thankfully they still have their key holdovers, like team captain Patricia Ann Del Pilar, Gil Batara, and Nicole Grace Diala, whom we saw play earlier in that first set. So a different set of faces here in the second.
Miranda. That back row kill. Gagana yan. Para dito kay Premailon. Premailon also in her high school years had some opportunity to play for the high school beach volleyball as we see this spike. Brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best player prize. Order now and a timeout will be called here. Okay. And that huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
FEU with a 9-point lead so far in the second frame. Coach Mia urging her players to just play their usual game, go back to their system. And earlier, Daphne, in that first set, we saw na medyo sumabay naman sila sa tempo ng FEU as we began that first set. Although this time around in the second frame, medyo malayo na yung score ng FEU so far.
Another massive service challenging the first ball para dito sa side ng JRU. Chansa para sa mga taga-Moraita. Running attack. A running kill for Mitzi Panangin.
Panangin with her running attack. Something we've been seeing all throughout the different seasons of the Shakey Super League.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart Our Way, Our Rules. Download the app now.
JRU blockers definitely late to time that one.
This time that drop will work here.
Although a quick response right away coming from JRU.
Battle of the net. And it's the Lady Bombers who'll be earning that one courtesy of Fiona Lapating again.
Faulty reception by FEU and Lapating rather, taking care of that one for the Lady Bombers.
Great dig. Keeping things alive. Pero papadaan na lang ang bola dito. Chance muli para sa FEU. Panangin. This time there was a defense para sa JRU. 9-point game. And nailing that one through.
Another running attack by Mitzi Panangin. Really challenging the floor defense here.
16-6 ang ating score as we head on dito sa ating second technical timeout.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This fun family pizza of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Preseason family supporting at ang ating second game. JRU taking on Little Sign at FEU. And quick substitution para kay Coach Nia Ramos will be inserted back in dahil nga nasa second technical timeout na tayo. Coaches will have the liberty to shuffle their players back again. Miranda reverses that connection for Mitzi Panangin.
Again, Panangin with another attack, but credits to Karin Miranda for that beautiful back set. Panangin perfectly timing that one for a clean kill.
First ball becoming a problem here for JRU with those intentional services. This time, galing naman kay David.
David, one of the younger players here for FEU, playing as outside hitter.
That's us. Stay up here.
Unfortunately, meron pa naging net touch para dito sa side ng Lady Bombers. They're still behind here and got stuck at 6, 18-6. Timeout muna tayo.
Ang distansya ang gagalawin yung mga ganito lang. Ganito, ganito, ganito. Oh. Ganun tayo, ganun.
And that huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
A big lead here in the second set, 19-6. FEU close to snatching this second set. Coach Mia with some reminders again as we saw them commit a net touch error.
Another chance here. The Lady Bombers lalong isip with that 1-2 play.
Good move on the side of Lalong Isip, rattling the defense or floor defense pattern.
And the school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. For sure, proud ate. Ito si Ishi Lalong Isip for her younger sister. Although that service will be sent straight to the net para dito kay Fiona Lapating. And JRU Lady Bombers that unwanted finish in that season, NCAA season 100. Try to take things slowly. Umpisahan mo na dito sa ating mga preseason tournaments to find their footing as well. Yeah. So, siyempre, Maylon.
Frenchie, Premailon, again, using those hands and getting a touch up top. But props to Karil Miranda for really her balanced ball distribution. We have Panangin, Premailon, David even contributing from all corners of the floor, as well as assists.
Nagkakamali itong sila Frenchie Premailon. Well, right now, we're not seeing Lovely Lopez. She's just on the sidelines for sure for the next game yan. Kumbaga, sinishuffle nga ni Coach Tina Salak yung kanyang mga players. But, yeah, yan sila Premailon, sila Lovely Lopez, and before si Sheena Cafe, yung mga naging part din ng kanilang beach volleyball tournament in the girls volleyball. As you see other attack here for the Lady Tamaraos from the middle, it's gonna be Assis. That sweet spot.
A lucky service ace here from setter Karil Miranda with some help from the net.
And Karil Miranda, formerly part of the NU Lady Bullpups, transferred on the side of Paraita last year during her rookie year. With her back-to-back service aces leading the FEU Lady Tamaraos now at set point.
Back-to-back service aces here for Karil Miranda. Alonia struggling to receive that one.
Nag-isip, reverses, choosing Ramos. Suplico, taking things alive, but almost out of balance. Itong si David. Safety first tayo dito.
No room for mistakes here on the side of the Lady Bombers, as FEU is already at set point.
Joe Cervantes for JRU. Flute serve. Miranda. With that beautiful reverse setup. And Premailon paving the way for FEU to come up on top with 2 sets to run. This bike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Frenchie Premailon. Running the offense 25-9.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Hero to hero, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Here for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League Meal Deal. Now available 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school's athletic program and the development of collegiate volleyball. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League Meal Deal. Set number 2 with the second stringers para dito kay Coach Tina Salak. Ganon kahaba or promising yung programa na meron etong si Coach Tina for the Lady Tamaraws, manned by the orchestration of course, Karil Miranda and some veteran presence here coming from Ann Asis. Naging madali ang trabaho nila.
Definitely, Daphne. As you mentioned, Karil Miranda, very balanced ball distribution all throughout. That's why we saw scattered points from Panangin, Pimailon, Asis, David, and everyone just doing their job and contributing here for FEU, which is why JRU was only able to have 9 points, as we can see in attacks.
In set number 3, Ramos coming off the bench in the second set. She was inserted in here for Coach Bia to provide some help for the Lady Bombers. And this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Set number 3, still the second stringers on the court.
Also here, some new liberos we are seeing here for on the side of FEU. Talking about itong si Jayana Durola. We did see her during our Shakey Super League National Invitationals in that Batangas City League. Activation from the middle, but as it says, no.
Back-to-back block points here for the Lady Tams. This time care of Asis, single block in the middle, reading that attack by Del Pilar well.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Off speed. Nabasa ng JRU. Almost struggling to get for that first ball. Nag-agawan pa. But that's gonna be a net touch for Miranda.
At Del Pilar, survey.
Miranda trying to connect dito kay Ann Asis. Doon ang depensa. And Premailon adjusting to that one.
What a hit though by Frenchie Premailon. That set not too close to the net, but still able to adjust and finish it off.
4, serving 1.
You know, we kept on mentioning also itong si Ann Asis, but also si Ann Monares, who's now in the professional rankings. Isa din yan sa mga key losses dito ng Lady Tamaraws.
So some key players lost on the side of the Lady Tams, but so far, Daphne, things looking good for them here. Whether that's the first set of players or the second stringers, the lineup seems to be pretty deep.
Yeah, actually. especially with most of their players coming from the FEU Diliman program. Tapos, just really transferring or just sharing their talent this time to head on dun sa FEU Moraita naman or dun sa main campus nila in Manila.
So a grassroots program here for FEU, which makes it easier for the girls to transition from high school, moving on to the collegiate ranks. And of course, still with their head coach, Coach Tina Salak, arguably one of the best setters in the Philippines.
Yep. Kaya ganun na lang din yung fun. At syempre yung kumpiyansa mismo ng mga players ng FEU, knowing that they are in the good hands of Coach Tina Salak. As you see that service ace. But fortunately, this time, setting it straight to the net. Talking about dito si Ann Asis. Three-point lead. 6-3. Not the best first ball, but Miranda trying to adjust from that one. Go to the right pin. Pickup was there for JRU. Want to play. Di gagana yan. Miranda binigay sa gitna. Mitzi Panangin.
Mitzi Panangin with a dump shot in the middle, coming from that perfect setup from Karil Miranda. No floor defense found on the side of the Lady Bombers.
Habante sa apat. Itong ating Lady Tamaraws. Miranda, reverse setup. Choosing Kyle Pendon.
Miscom here on the side of FEU. Diala with a point of that attack.
Still a 3-point lead para dito sa side ng FEU Lady Tamaraws. Again, this team has been also in a series of up and downs in their past few seasons. But last season, during UAP season 87, was when they showed off the improvement that they have been waiting for. Kaya naman nakatungtong sila sa ating Final Four. And even with starting sa kanilang preseason championship game last season, doon din sila nagkaroon ng magandang panalo kontra UST Golden Tigresses. Kaya naman nagtuloy-tuloy na yung momentum na yon for FEU. Chance ball here for JRU. Miranda goes to David. Keeping things alive. Opportunity again for the Lady Tams. They're up by 2. David with that faster swipe. Jasmine targeting that zone. And with that, she'll be bringing us sa ating unang technical timeout. They're up here by 3.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier.
Yummy! Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Yung mga literal na fans para sa ating Shea Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Talagang parang kulang isang box ng pizza para sa ating mga volleyball fans. Well deserved right now after this game. They go and head on straight dito sa ating Shakey's. Dearest Shakey's branch, I guess, but right now,
Up by 2 points itong FEU Lady Tamaraws. As we hear a story on the side, Sabrina, what do you have for us?
Yes, Daphne and Kayla, one of the fresh faces today is Kyla Navarra, a freshie setter of Lady Bombers. Napunta nga daw siya dito sa Manila dahil sumakto daw sa timing when JRU is looking for a new setter. Someone from the coaching staff of JRU happens to know her former coach daw na si Coach Solis. This rookie from Aklan who also played in Vibraa told me that she's been looking forward to play against her idol and that her idol is Tin Ubaldo. Dahil before daw, nakasabayan na rin daw niya tong mag-training. Yun lang muna, balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Sabrina, for that report. Imagine from playing together, no, siguro pa in their younger years. Tapos ito si Navarra, dito na siya sa JRU. Going against her idol, itong si Tin Ubaldo. Pero ngayon, for Coach Tina Salak, opting to go for Kariel Miranda here in the third set.
And so far, Miranda, again, steady setter for FEU.
From the try pin, easily picked up. Primailon adjusting to that one. That drop. Courtesy of Pendon this time. David from behind. Ball is still playable here. Long rally alert. Got to Frenchie, high ball. Nabasa din. Nailing that one through was JRU.
That's a point for the Lady Bombers.
A point here for the Lady Bombers. This time from the opposite side, breaking down that FEU block.
Yung kanina napansin itong libero ng JRU, that's Karabot. Kay Karabot. We were schoolmates before in high school. Right now, nice to see her in the collegiate rankings. Manning the floor defense for JRU. Miranda goes to Frenchie. Great defense here, courtesy of Ramos. Siya din ang papalo dito. You go to the opposite side. And right on zone 1. That will fall.
Misread coming from Kyle Pendon, thinking that ball was sailing out, although miscalculating what was left of her behind. And that one falling right in the end zone.
For deadlock at 9 here in the third set. Miranda reverses. Defense literally alive for JRU. Everyone moving their feet. Miranda with that push. Unfortunately, that will sail out.
FEU asking for a check, but ball clearly sailing out there. Miranda intending to dump that ball in zone 1 of the Lady Bombers court.
At ngayon, naabante na isang puntos itong side ng Lady Bombers. Miranda underhand setup. Nagay sa gitna. Nabasa naman. Itong si Asis. Kay will be sending the ball over. Perfect first ball. And Asis rather, taking matters in her own hands. And the school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Single block only for Ann Asis. And a clean kill there from a quick attack.
Scores at 10-all.
Good save here by FEU.
Chance here for the Lady Bombers. Down the line will work courtesy of Ramos.
Good attack coming from Ramos, finding the empty zone.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart, Our Way, Our Rules. Download the app now. Miranda with that reverse setup. Choosing Pendon. We haven't heard from Pendon for quite some time. Miranda. Babalik kay Kyle. Right on cue. Kyle Pendon.
Kyle Pendon with a cross-court attack. Right on cue, Daphne. Just when you mentioned her, Pendon converting that set into a point here for her squad.
Tawag nga nila doon, no? Parang matchy connection between Kyle Pendon, Karel Miranda, and syempre itong sila Frenchie Premailon, but immediately answered back itong JRU.
JRU still in the ball game here. An exchange of points happening in this third set.
What can you say about itong side ng JRU Lady Bombers? What do you think are they doing right? Bakit sila lumalabang dito by single point?
Well, so far, Daphne, JRU keeping their floor defense intact, something we also heard Coach Mia reiterate to them during the timeouts. And because they're able to keep their floor defense intact, they're able to convert and get some points with their attacks as well.
And with that, right on cue, dahil dyan lalabang sila dito ng 2 puntos.
JRU definitely not the tallest of players compared to FEU, especially in that first set, which is why they really have to double time in terms of their floor defense.
Buhay na buhay ang floor defense dito para sa side ng JRU. And with that, easy job for Deyala to nail that one through. Biggest lead here in set number 3 already at 3 para sa side ng JRU. At timeout muna tayo.
Yung pattern, maayos yung block. Ha? Yung atake natin, kailangan lapitan yung bola. Iya. Ha? Yan lang, tapos karga pa tayo ng serve. Pasa. Ito yung pasa. Ito pasa natin dito sa service line. Walang problema, walang pasa. Yung options natin sa out of system, ay yung klaruhin niya. Sakto lang yung block, sakto lang yung block. Eh, abulin natin, tatlo lang yung block.
And that huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
So far, JRU with a 3-point lead. FEU needing to bounce back after that timeout. We heard their assistant coach rather, as well as team captain Tin Obaldo, giving some advice to the girls on the court.
Niling setup galing dito kay Miranda. Nabasa pa rin ang JRU. Net defense, nusubukan dito, buhayin ng FEU. The push wouldn't work. Navarra goes to the right pin, picked up by Miranda. Premailon off speed. Still wouldn't go. Cross court will work, courtesy of Diala.
Great angle there coming from Nicole Grace Diala.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
That's a tough angle to target. A little bit behind zone 4, forcing FEU to sub in Jers Betalio.
Probably some help also, not just offensively, but in terms of her floor defense and Jers Betalio off the bench.
What a way to convert right off the bench. Again, more subs coming in. We have Clarice Loresco for Mitzi Banangin. And something I noticed actually with Jers Betalio is mahilig talaga siya sa mga sets na medyo dikit sa net. That way she's able to capitalize and really exert her power.
Opportunity again here for the Lady Tamaraos. Asis goes to Premailon. At inserted back in nga itong si Cla Loresco.
Diala scores! Point for the Lady Bombers!
Good hit there coming from Diala.
Second technical timeout.
Still a 4-point lead para sa side ng JRU Lady Bombers. They're up here 16-12.
Era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Our face of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Again, by just simply watching itong ating Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup, magkakaroon na kayo ng chance din. Baka kayo na pong mapiling face of the day, baka family fans of the game, simply just fans of this match. Make sure to reserve your weekends para po sa mga exciting volleyball action. Dito lang po yan sa Field Oil. I think parang 2 consecutive weeks tayo magkakaroon ng game days dito. 4-point lead on the side of the Lady Bombers. Trying to find for some answer offensively ng side ng FEU.
Great floor defense so far on the side of JRU.
What a save coming from Kay, keeping things alive here. Miranda, combination play. Unfortunately, that's gonna be low.
Attack error here for FEU. That would have been a great combination play, although number 4, Kyle Pendon, unable to finish.
17, 12.
Miranda to Jers. That maturity and that veteran presence, much needed one for the Lady Tams, and some insertion of main gunners for Coach Tina Salak as Ubaldo and Macangke will be inserted back in.
Speaking of maturity in the likes of Jers Betalio, you can really see and feel her confidence, especially in that front line, knowing those attacks will turn into points. But JRU really doing a great job, especially here in the 3rd set, keeping at par with FEU.
Yep, and they've been really getting a lot of points from those various attacks rather. Kaya naman nahihirapan na rin basahin itong side ng FEU in terms of their defense. But let's see, as the main players here from the first set has now played or injected in back para dito sa ating 3rd set.
An attack error though coming from JRU, that one not crossing over the net.
And now down to a 2-point game, calling for some time itong side naman ng JRU.
Paulit-ulit tayo. May tao nga sila, pareho lang ng pattern natin. So pag iuhulog nyo, hindi pwede dyan. Saan ba tayo maghuhulog dapat? Dito, katabi dyan Ganon din dito. Ayan paano tayo dito?
O, tara, kalma lang. Ay, talaga. Dandan ka lang.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coach Mia with some advice regarding the targets of where her spikers or her attackers target those drop shots and even their attacks or their spikes, as medyo nababasa na rin ng FEU ang kanilang mga targets. But a service ace this time from FEU. Great response coming from Tin Ubaldo.
And just like that, they're only behind by a single point. The Eagles have turned here, set number 3. Maalagaan ka ng JRU yung kalamangan na to. Macangke.
That's inside.
Attack falls right on the line for Faida Bacangke.
And this spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Diala with a cross court of her own.
Powerful hit here coming from Diala. Unfazed by that power of FEU's block. Powerful shot cross court.
Pabalik Sa side ng JRU, ang kanilang kalamangan dito, 18-17. Jers Betalio.
Jers Betalio just playing textbook volleyball, making it look so simple and really delivering every time she's given a set here.
Jers Betalio tying things up here in the third set. 18 all. Reverse setup naman. Great save this time coming from Jers. Chance here. Baldo. Reverse setup. Choosing Bakanke, who unfortunately overshoots that one. So every time neto side ng JRU Lady Bombers, they're trying to be up by a single point. Sasagot itong FEU, pero itong side ng JRU, they will make sure that they are quicker to answer back. Just really proving that they could take advantage of this game, but not anymore. Says, of course, Eliza de Bosora. Great angle para dito kay Eliza de Bosora. The cross-court kill. She knew that the blockings were present. So, kaysa i-down the line niya, she opted to go for that cross-court. 19 all. Big shout out as well to Andrea Caico, who's watching us live on Puso, Pilipinas. At syempre, part yan ng ating inaugural season, first ever pro league here in the Philippines in the women's basketball. It's Andrea Caico. Right now, FEU, lalabang po sila ulit dito ng isang puntos. Let's see if they could pull away by 2 points or again answering back itong Lady Bombers.
Bakanke taking care of business at the front of the net in that last sequence. Overpass from JRU.
Lalong isip reverses. Loresco setting it up.
Oh, Mitzi Panangin with that hit and a block from JRU. Seemed like it was gonna go out, although Mitzi was in the way of her own hit. So a touch there on the side of FEU, point for JRU. Some subs here for the Lady Bombers. Navarra back in to serve, as well as Yonko coming in for reinforcement at the net.
And again, on the side of the FEU Lady Tamaras, they never dropped the set during our Shakey Super League National Invitationals. Right now, close matchup, I guess, here in the third set.
Faida Bakanke, though, with a powerful shot. Great set coming as well from Ubaldo.
This school play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Only one blocker to be found in that last sequence. That was Ramos, although unable to get to Bakanke on time. An untimely service error, though, committed by Faida.
Setting it straight to the net. Deadlock at 21. A lot could still happen here. Both teams 4 points away from snatching the set. Baldo reverses, choosing Bakanke. Another error here for Faida.
Back-to-back errors here for Faida Bakanke.
And another timeout will be called here for Coach Tina Salak.
Pasa tayo, sir. Sunod tayo sa pasa. Ali, ha? Decision making natin, alam natin na gano'n na, huwag na tayong sumugal. At this point, hindi tayo pwede sumugal. Kailangan porsyento tayo. Okay. So, porsyento natin.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now. Coach Tina regrouping her players. Again, we've been seeing quite a number of errors, 2 consecutive errors to be exact. And 1 pass needed in this next sequence as JRU leads by 1 here in the tail end of our 3rd set.
Fortunately, that sailed out.
Good read as well on the side of FEU with that float serve coming from the side of JRU, making it hard to distinguish if that was going to go out or fall right on the line.
Lonya. Chance here for FEU to take over the lead. 22 all. They go to Jers.
Attack error here for Jers Betalio. Seemed a bit late as she came to hit that ball.
Back to a 1-point lead para sa side ng Lady Bombers. 23-22. Over-received. That push. Nagawa ng paraan for Tino Baldo. Tying things up here, 23 all.
Good net presence again. Coming from team captain Tino Baldo. Coming from that over reception on the side of Jers Betalio and making sure that one results into a point.
The service ace will be contributed this time coming from Ann Assis in the most needed time. Ann Assis with that service ace. Right now, they are at match point. Timeout for Coach Pia.
Magiging opportunity lang siya. Pag ginawa nating advantage natin, pag tinake natin, otherwise, hindi siya opportunity. Okay? Tara, girls, laban natin. Tara! Hindi ba tayo naman? Tayo naman! Isa!
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
So far, JRU neck and neck here with FEU, and we heard Coach Mia earlier saying na nakakasabay naman nila yung tempo ng FEU to just get back to what they were doing earlier.
Dala overshoots that one though.
Although that does it for FEU because of that attack error.
And with that, FEU Lady Tamaraos bagging their first victory here in the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. But regardless, JRU Lady Bombers with that impressive 3rd set showing against itong Lady Tams. Their floor defense came alive. Pero itong FEU Lady Tamaraos just showed composure, proving that they still don't want to drop any set from that SSL National Invitational stint. Led by their team captain, Tino Baldo, orchestrating the offense on their end. Of course, Coach Tina Salak, the anchor of this Lady Tamaraos college-based squad. So for Pool B, mangunguna po dyan itong Lady Tamaraos. Final scores po natin, 25-15, 25-9, and 25-23. First victory po on the side of the FEU Lady Tamaraos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on, we still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier? Yummier!
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
25 to 15 and 25 to 9 and 25 to 23 as FEU Lady Tamaraos backing their first victory para sa ating Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. Now, this MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
Well, our best or MVP of the match is none other than José Rizal, who really led her squad with confidence and maturity all throughout that 3 straight set win, leading the offense here for the Lady Tams.
And right now, she is with our courtside reporter, Sabrina San Diego.
Yes, Daphne and Kayla, MVP of the match. We have none other than Jers from FEU Lady Tamaraos. First of all, congratulations on your first win. Walk us through your in-game adjustments para ma-close out nyo in just 3 sets.
Siguro po talagang kailangan lang namin maggalaw sa gustong galawin ng coaches namin. Kasi nasa training na po namin yun eh. Kailangan lang po talaga namin i-apply sa mga games po namin.
Okay, so in this game, we saw that you really had a promising lineup. So you as being one of the veterans or ates dito sa SSL, how were you able to maximize this moving forward?
As an ate, since senior na talaga ako, hindi ko na to maano no? As senior, talagang kailangan ko i-guide talaga yung mga bata since yun nga, promising talaga yung lineup namin. Talagang may look forward pa po talaga yung mga manonood and mga supporters namin. Yun ako.
Speaking of supporters, might as well i-greet mo na rin ang inyong mga supporters or anyone that you would like to shout out as well.
Hello sa mga FEU supporters. Thank you so much for watching and sana manood din po kayo sa games namin in live. And binabati ko po yung family ko na nasa Iligan City. Hi, I love you all.
I love it. Oh, speaking of loving it, alam mo, malalove mo rin to dahil meron ding something si Shakey's for you and for your team. You have your Shakey's Pizza as well as your card from Shakey's. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Sab. And once again, congratulations, Jers Battalion, now one of the seniors for the Lady Tams. Now time to check out our Smart Power Up plays brought to you by Smart's Only 5G. Stay connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart app. Here in set number 1, we saw also an impressive introduction coming from the JRU Lady Bombers. Pero syempre, yung first set of 6 nga dito for Coach Tina Salak. Pagtapos ng ating first technical timeout, dun sila mas nagising.
Definitely an impressive start, as you mentioned, for JRU, even leading after the first technical time out. But for the side of FEU, of course, Petalio, Loresco, Bacangke, scattered scoring here for the Lady Tamaraos, and Obaldo doing a great job there, orchestrating the team's offense. Pagdating naman sa set number 2, Karil Miranda as a playmaker for FEU, very balanced ball distribution. Panangin, Primailon, assist, the second stringers for the Lady Tams stepping up and really dominating the second set 25-9.
Really, yung second set of stringers na yan, parang nagkaroon sila agad ng magandang standard, kaya naman nahirapan din itong second set of players here for Coach Mia. On the other hand, sophomores delivering the goods on their end. Some contribution galing dito kila Primailon. We also felt the presence of the Vid with a 25-9, but here in the set 3, this was the closest one, even with the Lady Bombers taking over the lead.
Definitely a very neck and neck set. We saw a seesaw battle all throughout. Coach Tina even forced to sub in her first stringers or veterans back in. We saw Faida Bacangke, Clarice Loresco, and Jers Petalio coming back in that third set after that dominating second set win. But of course, Jers Petalio, our MVP of the match, really
shining bright here alongside, of course, Faida Bacanque and Mitzi Panangin as well.
We also felt the presence of Ramos on that game as well as Nicole Diala. But for our final scores, 25-15, 25-9, and 25-20. At ngayon, let's take a look at our final numbers.
For our final or match summary, of course, FEU really out-attacking JRU 47 to only 34. And take a look at the service aces, 11 to only 1 coming from the side of JRU. So those two statistics alone definitely show a more dominant game on the side of the Lady Tams.
Now, coming up next, ito naman ang ating final game to wrap up our triple header Saturday. It's gonna be another NCAA showdown. Itong University of Perpetual Help System Dalta Lady Altas will take on San Sebastian College Lady Recollects.